So
You tell if Ed's on.
Yeah, Ed's on and on. Yeah. So.
Thank you. Ready? Are you ready to call? I'd like to call the meeting to order for January 23rd, 2024. Would you please rise for a moment of silence? Thank you. Would you please join in the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Paul?
Trustee Sheets absent. Trustee Hunter.
Here.
Trustee Good.
Here. And trustee Sheets is on
Yes.
WebEx. And Hannah, are you there? She.
Yeah, it might take her a second to mute, but yeah, she's there. I got, she's on there.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Hannah.
thanks for having me.
Congratulations. Weren't you on maternity leave?
Yes, I was. I had my daughter on December the 11th, and she's doing good, and I'm doing good, and everybody's tired but good.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll go on to, let's see, we have no minutes. Our financial reports, I'll make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second? Second. Roll call?
Trustee Sheets absent. Trustee Hunter.
Here.
Trustee Good.
How about yes?
We know what.
All right, we'll go on to departments. Deputy Atkins?
Good evening. My name is Deputy Dan Atkins, committee liaison for here. Here's some of the stats for last 2 weeks. These last 2 weeks, we had a total of 126 calls for service for self-initiated rents. The time was 15 reports and 4 arrests for citations. Breakdown of that would be 1 burglary, 11 traffic crashes, 20 medic runs, 4 thefts, 2 stolen vehicles, 2 vehicles recovered, 9 suspicious persons or vehicles, 1 vandalism, 17 traffic offenses, and 1 motorcycle or ATV complaint. Further breakdown was on 110-624. Deputy responded to the 61 block of Deer Road and reported an identity theft. Unknown individuals attempt to transfer money from the homeowner's account. Investigation is ongoing. 12 deputies responded to a burglary in progress in 6100 block of 11 Fairport Road. The individuals fled before deputies arrived. After the initial investigation, several suspects have been identified. That investigation is ongoing. On 113, deputies responded to 5900 block of Harrisburg Road. Reported a medical emergency. Deputies worked along with medics, but the individual was pronounced deceased. We just believe that was an overdose. On the 16th, deputy responded to 600 block of West London Harrisburg Road. Reported a motor vehicle theft. 2 unknown individuals had left taken a 2015 Dodge Charger, along with a wallet, several bank cards. No suspects currently at this time. That investigation is ongoing. The 26th, we responded to the 6300 block of Harrisburg, reported 2 suspicious vehicles. The investigations determined both those vehicles had been stolen in Columbus. One of those was an OSU vehicle, another one was for the individual. Both those have been recovered. And then this afternoon, after I sent this out, we were looking into by prop road. Our deputies just under control, observed a traffic violation. It's currently not going to start firing. So we have to do that. Driver was a local resident down the road here at the trailer park. Intoxicated, intoxicated. See there.
Thank you. Is there anything else for our deputy? On to road department, Robert.
Truck 21 is at ELW right now. It's got a transmission fluid leak and we're trying to get it fixed. Truck 22, I'm going to get new tires. I kind of put that down funny. On Saturday, it blew a tire, so it was out of service after a few hours of running. Yeah, I'm gonna check some prices and get 2 new tires for it because that side, we replaced one set and then this set is pretty much due to get replaced anyhow, needing it. So we're gonna do that. We've been out on snow and ice quite a few times here in the last couple weeks. It makes it nice to have at least a couple trucks running during that. So you had a complaint, and then I also had a complaint about the low clearance sign on Denton. That sign does belong to the Franklin County engineers, so I contacted them and I asked somebody about doing this before and they never ran with it in any way, shape, or form. So I talked to another gentleman yesterday about putting signs on stall warning the semis that there's low clearance on Denton before they even try to turn onto it. He seemed pretty willing to help with that. So I'll get with him in a day or two and see if anything's going to happen on that. We had one burial, and that was on one of the days we were trying to do snow and ice also. So that whole day was pretty busy. And then we have our mileage certification from ODOT, and we can get that signed.
Did anything change on the mileage?
I can't remember. I maybe just a hair.
We have 29.957 miles to maintain.
That's all I have. Sorry.
Can Ed talk?
Yeah.
Is he? Ed, do you have anything for Robert or our deputy? I forgot to ask you.
Taking a minute on mute.
No, I don't have anything.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Ed, if you have anything, call me. Okay.
Nancy. If there's nothing else for me, may I be excused because I've been up since 3 a.m. So it's.
What about Oakhurst?
I've got that
Has
letter.
anything,
I've got that letter now, but I figured with the weather, if we would have to try to remove them right now, we can't really dump them anywhere.
Okay.
It's so wet.
all right. Any
I do
updates
that.
on Gay Road?
It's too wet for that too right now, but I've got a plan in mind for that and it's gonna take a little better weather to get that dug out, so.
All right. Does anybody have anything for Robert before he leaves? Don't you miss it, Jeff?
Not a bit, not one iota.
All right,
Good night, everyone.
thank you. Okay, move on to fire department, Chief Whiting.
All right, all our apparatus is back. Prairie had engine 2 and they replaced all the tires on it, which was nice. Tanker, we finally got all the valves replaced on the tanker. We still need to replace the exhaust system on it. And we still need new tires for engine 231. That's on our radar. Ben Noonan started this week, passed all his physicals, so he started this week. His first day, it'll be this week, it'll be tomorrow. I have 2 part-time people I'd like to bring on. I'd like to add Chance Steele and Dylan Neff as part-timers.
I'll make resolution 24 to hire Chance Deal as part-time firefighter EMT, medical,
paramedic.
by the second. Okay. Roll call?
Trustee Sheets absent. Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
And Dylan is gonna be a fighter EMT.
And I'll make resolution 25. Hire Dylan Neff as part-time firefighter EMT. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets absent. Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
Training wise, paramedic school, and ice rescue school this week, obviously, when we're having ice school, rescue school down on Osprey Lake, there's people walking all over the lake, so it's like, go ahead, fall through, people, we're here. If you're gonna walk through on the ice, some people you just can't do it anyway. Still on our radar is we're eventually gonna get prices to modify the bathrooms for female firefighters. We have a bad water valve in the apparatus bay. We got the valve, and I think we're gonna try and replace it ourselves to keep from the expense of having to use a plumber, but I think we can do that ourselves. Community wise, we continue to install smoke alarms as we go out for runs. The update is issue number 17. The union's gonna be organizing door-to-door walks, and we're looking at informational sessions, and we're also putting together talking points for that, which should be out here in the next week. Then I'll reach out to Dave D'Onofrio about getting it on our website.
If you have a meeting like that, I'd like to.
Yes, absolutely,
do
yeah.
that.
No, it'll be, everybody will be inclusive. Any other, Fairfield Township, that's going well. I think that's about it.
Okay. Anything else for chief? Okay. Move on to any old business? Nope. Any new business? Okay, the Reads Across America program. If any of you saw that on Facebook, they have a month right after they have their ceremony in December. So till, I think it was January 16th, where they match. Like if you buy 5 wreaths, they give us 12. And I think we had like 3 days left and we still needed 70 wreaths. Everybody came through. We got 200. We actually got 211. So the 11, they credit that to 2025.
Oh, wow.
So we already have a head start on 2025, but that's enough wreaths that we did Oak Grove, Ebenezer, and Gundy cemeteries. So we have enough for all 3 this year. So we thank everybody that donated, came out and helped, and participated in the service in December. And to Carrie Cole for putting it all together. She's the coordinator and she's a veteran herself. So
Kudos to her for taking on the project.
any other announcements? Paula?
Okay, do you want to go ahead and do that certification first? Or for that appointments?
Okay. All right, we have to appoint for the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for the State Fire Marshal. We need 2 trustees. So you want to do it? I'll do it.
Sure. I don't think
We
I've
both
ever had
will.
to do anything.
You only, we hope that we
Yeah.
never, ever,
Correct.
ever have to. So us 2, and fire department needs to appoint 2 people.
Yes, so it'll be myself, I'll be Lieutenant Kuno.
Then the board, the 4 of us need to appoint an outside person, not an employee. I looked it up, not ORC. So I have in my notes, maybe Ken would do it?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Yes, thank you. There, we have all 5 of them.
Okay. All right, I'll turn that in. All right, just a reminder that I had turned in to get the advance on the real estate tax money, and Nancy gave me the resolution and that'll be sent in. So we should be good to that. And I actually think we already received a payment.
Okay.
Okay. Had received an email, and I'm not sure who all gets this. It's on that hazardous mitigation program. And it said that that FEMA it had been approved a next step. And I noticed down in toward the text, it said, we're pleased to inform you the Franklin County Hazard Mitigation Plan has received approval from FEMA. And as a friendly reminder, in order to remain eligible for FEMA's pre and post disaster mitigation funding, such as HMGP, FMA, and BRIC, it is necessary to adopt the HMP. If you've not done so already, we kindly request you collaborate with your municipality to adopt it. And once the plan's been adopted, please provide a copy of the resolution. So I don't have a copy of the plan. I think the chief was handling that on behalf of us. So I'm not sure what that resolution needs to be, but we probably need to get that information.
Sample resolution.
No. I think it's just, we just need to do a resolution that we're adopting that hazard mitigation plan, but I don't have a copy of the plan, so we could probably get that so you guys can look it over.
I'll make resolution 26 to adopt the hazard mitigation funding plan.
Franklin County Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Okay, Franklin County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Do I have a second?
A second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets absent, Trustee Hunter,
Yes.
and Trustee Good.
Yes.
Okay, then I had received a copy of an email that we had received a grant award for, it's Marcus, MARCS letter award agreement for the fire department for $10,000. So I don't have any other information on that.
That's Mark's grant I talked about for radios. I talked about that, I think, last meeting, and I can get you a copy of that, so you get that for your records. I just sent the thing in accepting the grant.
Okay, can you give me a copy of what you sent back?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I'd received a call or an email from firefighter Kuno, who said that the gal from Main Street Treasures had informed her that the custodian at Madison Plains School District had found a check from Pleasant Township. I have no idea. I had went back through, he gave me an amount and I said, I have no idea what that would be. And so I gave Jamie all the information I had on any payments that we'd made, and the amounts didn't match up. And he was going to get back with her, but at Main Street, but I haven't heard anything else. So,
Oh, the other Pleasant Township.
well, that's what I told him.
Jamie, you want to address that?
Yes, so I wasn't able to, because the school would be closed, pretty much when I was everything. So they got the call supposedly from the treasurer's office through the school district, so today I contacted them. They're supposed to be calling me back. Linda just sent me the invoices totaling that amount. Now they're separate invoices. I had those up there, actually, I was at the mailbox today.
Okay.
But they're in there, the total equals up to what the email I sent you, but they're individual invoices, that total. So we're still trying to find out what that is, or if she even gets in the mail, like said, they're gonna mail it to her, but that was December. So
Yeah,
2-3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm trying to do what I can on my end to track it down, but I just wanted to at least get the number or the total, so that way, we get the case of the check or something.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we gave Nancy, I think we put a copy in your mailbox, but, last meeting we had a resolution to adopt the solid waste management plan, but that didn't have to be done for 90 days, so, we can wait on that till
Okay.
Ed's back.
I opened it and looked at it tonight.
Yeah, okay. All right, from the State Department of Health, they sent a thing that said changes to the smoking law, and according to this, no smoking signs should include, should have, posting at all the entrances, and they sent a sample of a sticker and it says that we can order more. First time I'd ever gotten anything like
Is
that.
there a cost for that?
It said free, so.
Are you gonna take care of ordering that or take care of it?
Oh, I can, it doesn't matter. I just had to let you know. So. All right, and then we had received that email from, David about the GoDaddy renewal.
Put it on there to see if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. So, I think that they have the chief's credit card number for that, so it'll probably get automatically paid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it said it was an auto renewal.
Yeah.
I put it on there just to make sure you were aware of it.
yeah. I received information from the Census Bureau for the 2024 boundary and annexation survey. And I had forwarded that to Robert and asked him to check their map and let me know, and then I'll fill that out. Received notice that Cornell Robertson is retiring from the Franklin County Engineer's Office. And they're having an open house Wednesday, January 31st, if anybody's interested. Received a news release from the county commissioners that Commissioner Boyce was elected board president. The Board of Zoning Appeals had a meeting on January the 16th. Board of Rural Zoning Commission had a meeting scheduled for the 18th, but it had got canceled. The Tech Review Committee had a meeting scheduled for the 23rd, and it's been canceled. There was an email came in on the small government notification of the Timberlake subdivision resurfacing, and Robert had gotten a copy of that also, and it just says that you can go online and try to upgrade your position on the bit of work. Update on insurance, contact people, several emails from Morpsey, just newsletter type information, newsletter information from Soil and Water, First Energy Electric, with recommendations what for people to do to try to mitigate outages in the weather. Several emails from just informational stuff from Bureau of Worker Comp on different safety updates. Department of Taxation has income tax webinars and quite a few emails, legislative updates, newsletters, and the little newsletter that we get from Ohio Township Association. That's everything I have.
Okay, can I get a copy of the BWC things right there?
Yep. Well, it's just where you can go online and get it. I didn't really get anything other than it's just a notice they have it.
Okay, we're on to speaker sheets. Jeff?
Yep. Well, I'm not sure if my left now, you know, details. I heard you folks putting on fire left. Is that true?
That's true.
How much is that gonna cost a $100,000 house?
It'll be $140 for 100,000.
$140. Why are we putting on a fire left?
Yes, to me or them?
I guess I'm asking the board. They run the show. You just work here.
Okay.
Well, and we're going to have the fire chief answer your question.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, in 15 years since we put on levy, the cost of everything has continuously increased over those 15 years. The last levy that was put on was supposed to last 5 years and it lasted 15. We put on some new people. We added 2 additional people because our challenge is finding people to work. When we look at our, where we're at, in the last couple years, we've gotten well over $1 million plus worth of grants, which really has saved the township from having to come back to the voters. And we still continue to try and get grants for different things to ease the burden of the township. And we're just at the point now where we've reached the limit where the cost of everything, the changes of everything have gone up so much that we're starting to go in the negative.
Have the runs increased?
The runs have increased some. We actually picked up Fairfield Township. Fairfield Township, we have a contract with them for which we received $200,000. This is the first year. The last, well, I don't know how long we've been running with Jefferson Township, but Jefferson Township had the contract. And we covered actually probably 2/3. We were first in on probably 2/3 of Fairfield Township. And Fairfield Township, and we didn't receive a dime. And Fairfield Township actually just broke that contract with Jefferson and chose to go with us since we cover the majority.
How many square miles is Jefferson Town or Fairfield Township?
I'd have to look it up, Jeff. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't recall, but I have to get you an exact number. Probably.
24, 27 square miles?
Yeah, they have,
It's half the size of Pleasant Township.
what's that?
It's half the size of Pleasant.
Yeah,
Township.
they only have 1,400 residents in the township, is what we're covering too. So the residents, there isn't as many residents. It's a lot more rural area, farm area.
Yeah, I know where Fairfield Township.
Yeah, yep. So,
It just seems like you're putting a lot of miles on the vehicles that, I mean, you can't keep your own head above water and you're taking on more.
well, I don't know if we can necessarily, it really hasn't impacted our responses in the township because
I will say, it hurt any responses in Pleasant Township?
it has not, because we've been monitoring that just to make sure that it doesn't impact our current
And
residents.
as far as you taking care of Fairfield Township before you got this contract, unless I'm wrong, that's just a mutual aid thing with all the adjoining fire departments, is it not?
It is a mutual aid thing, and the advantage to us taking it is we're getting paid because those miles that we were putting on before, we didn't get any money for. Now the miles that we're putting on every time we run in there, we're getting paid for. And that's the biggest difference. We're getting the benefit from it, which we should have been getting a long time ago.
And we can do EMS billing on those too.
And we are
in
doing
addition to
EMS
the
billing on top of
contract.
it too.
But you couldn't do EMS billing before,
We did do EMS billing before, yes.
but then you got money out of it.
We did get some money, yeah.
Well, you said you didn't get any money out of going there.
Well, I apologize, I misspoke. We did get some EMS money, but we didn't get that $200,000.
Yeah. Okay, and as far as your prices going up, everybody else's prices is too.
And we understand that, and we know, and I know it was a challenge for the trustees. We talked about how do we put something on that's gonna last and get us through a certain time period, because nobody wants taxes. I live in the township, and I know a lot of people do, and I certainly don't want to increase my taxes, but also we certainly don't want to see our services go away and reduce our services either. And that's our only option is if we reduce services.
So it's either, well, pay me or our service will fall.
Well, that's the challenge that we face. It is, yes.
Okay, on the other note, I heard you folks told, and I'll probably interpret or say this wrong, a squad or a medic or something?
Yes, and I'll answer that too. So we had gotten FEMA grant for our new medic, okay? Our backup medic had to be rechassied, and that was through a grant. So our third medic was really, it's worn out. Prairie Township had been borrowing it because that's what we do when people need apparatus, we share apparatus. And they had been borrowing it for probably about a year, and they offered to buy the medic from us. Now, we sold it for $49.99. And the reason we sold it for that price, and we probably got more out of it than what it's worth, but anytime you sell something that you had gotten a FEMA grant to replace it with, anytime you sell it for more than $5,000, then you have to start paying the government back for part of that other grant. And that's why we sold it for $49.99. So we were under that $5,000 limit. And I believe that's the fair market value of that when we looked at that, how old it was and the issues that we had with it. Because I know Prairie has bought it and they ever since they've been using it, they've been putting a lot of money into it. So.
Well, I was always under the impression to sell township equipment, either had to be sealed bid or auction, according to Ohio Revised Code.
Not to another town government.
Pardon?
I don't believe to another government entity.
And I'm not certain.
Well, previously, we've sold trucks. I used to work for the road department.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. We sold trucks to other township through gov deals and got a good price out of them. Sure as hell was more than below $5,000.
But according to the grant, we couldn't sell it for more than $5,000, or we had to pay the overage back to the government. So they're not gonna, the grant's not gonna buy us a new truck and then let us make a boatload of money on what we said we needed to replace.
And the value of it. It wasn't worth,
What'd you say? It was a 2008?
Yeah, 2008. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and looking at that, I think that was the best option for us. Because when you start, it's a challenge enough when you get a grant and trying to manage that grant and the reporting process with the government. And anytime you go over that 5,000, then you have to start giving that money back, and then it's another reporting issue. It's really a big challenge. So that was the reason, and we were able to benefit one of our mutual aid partners who needed it.
No other townships around wanted it?
No.
Prairie?
Prairie offered, they're the ones that have been using it for probably the last year. So they've been using it for the last year and we weren't getting a thing out of it. And so I know they put a lot of money into it. They put tires, they've done a lot of maintenance on it. Same way when we just got our engine back, they had our engine for quite a while because theirs were sent back to Wisconsin to have some framework done. And they did a lot of maintenance on it, just replaced all new tires on it. So I guess that's one of the things that we do reciprocally when we borrow equipment.
I will say, normally if you borrow something from somebody, you get it with a full tank of gas, you take it back with a full tank of gas.
Yeah,
As far as maintenance, you're using a truck, you maintain it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you used to work for Prairie Township, Randy?
Yes.
One other thing, I heard there was a health and fitness program put into effect.
Yes. We have we got a FEMA Fire Act grant. The Fire Act grant, it includes exercise equipment. It includes physicals for our firefighters. It includes personal protective equipment. So we're able to buy some new personal protective equipment, which is upwards of $5,000 a set now is what we pay for personal protective equipment. And with that health and fitness grant, we have a trainer who addresses nutrition, health and wellness. He does assessments for every firefighter that works here. So everybody has different levels of fitness and different injuries. And he addresses those injuries and develops a program for them. So when they are exercising, they're not getting hurt. And the long-term benefits, we won't know that for a while, but historically, nationwide, the trend is the health and wellness of our firefighters because it reduces our cost for our regular insurance because it reduces injuries and people are getting healthier. And you know what, when it comes down to it, if my family's trapped in the fire, I want the healthiest, safest, strongest firefighters coming to get me out. And I think that's the benefit in the long run.
Is that mandatory?
Is it mandatory? No, it was part of the grant. That's what.
So it's volunteer for any firefighter to attend.
Right, and so far we have 100% participation, including all our part-timers.
Is there a start and finish to this?
We have a year, and then we have the ability to extend that grant for another year.
Are there weigh-ins going in and at the end of the year weigh in?
Absolutely, and that, the weigh-ins are just.
That's a yes or a no question.
Yes, sir, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there's weigh-ins and they measure, body fat. They, and look at, a lot of other things is what they're looking at. And they develop a nutrition program. They're addressing each individual with a nutrition program based on their, body fat and the body fat analysis that they do.
That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Anything else? I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Well, second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets absent. Trustee Hunter,
Yes.
trustee Good.
Randy, I got that title for that magic. What do we need to do? We need to sign it over.
Yeah.
And I guess because it's government to government, I don't think shouldn't be any tax on it, should there?
No.
GovDeals would have taken care of that for you.
What's that?
GovDeals would have taken care of that.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you for your help.
Have a good night.
Yep. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. No problem. So, Training's going on better. So, it's.
So I just printed them off of CV. Those are what she told me are currently the outstanding ones, and that's what the total.
But you know what? That is so weird because if I haven't gotten them, I can't pay, I wouldn't have paid them. So if they're, you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I just was saying, I just wanted to give you that,
Yeah.
just so like if you need to go back and check them. She said.
So,
Okay,
but you're on,
so
you want to be?
that's what I'm saying. See, these were
You
dated.
know.
Yeah, they're so random because one's.
Can we turn off the recordings? Meeting's over. Oh,
Actually, we have to address, we actually get.
Okay.
State all, so.